On today's episode, we are going to take a quick look at Skillz. Yesterday, the stock went up almost over double digits. Today, pre-market, the stock is up 15.21%. So on today's episode, what I want to do is first, I want to talk about what's happening in the market. Why is the stock price acting like crazy? The second thing, I just want to give an update to my thoughts on Skillz. Skillz is a very small position in my portfolio and one I'm still holding. So I want to give a quick update on some recent news that have come out for this company. So let's get started. If this is your first time here, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post videos on a daily basis and continue to drop great content for you guys. So first, let's just start off with what's happening with the stock. So like I mentioned, yesterday double digits, and today pre-market the stock is up 16.30%. It's just trending over and over. So yesterday there was no major news affecting the stock, and unfortunately I believe today will be the same. We can see this stock though from its fifth, and that doesn't mean that there isn't a reason the stock price is going up, right? It's just there isn't any crazy fundamental news for the company. But we can see from its 52-week high, the stock is down about 73%. That's insane. It lost almost 3/4 of its valuation compared to its all-time highs. So I was trying to look, right, like I mentioned, there's no real reason the stock price is going up like crazy. The only thing is this company could be a bit oversold right now. Like I said, if we take a look at that chart, this stock has dropped like crazy. Here I was actually looking at stock tweets. I don't know how true this image is, but one of the videos kind of mentioned that, hey, Skillz is one of the highest shorted stocks in the market right now. And this seems to be of August 13th of 2021, so it's recent. So again, we've seen it in the past where a lot of these shorted stocks out of nowhere get that kind of short squeeze and kind of see strong days after strong days after strong days. Obviously, I mean, if you guys are not familiar with Skillz, Skillz is a platform that's used to kind of create an online esports tournament. So you can make a game in their platform, and then you can kind of create, they have like this kind of multiplayer tournament game setup where once you create a game through their platform, you can use it to kind of have tournaments that winners can win real money and real prizes. So it's a pretty cool concept, right? Let me just say, Skillz is in my portfolio, but this is something I consider a speculative play. And by speculative play, I don't mean it's a bad thing. I just believe the risk is a little bit higher. And that hasn't changed, even though there are some recent news that came out with the new game studio that we'll talk about in a bit. But Skillz, right now, I'm invested not for the company it's at right now. I'm kind of more looking into the future, the potential that this company can grow, and the type of games that can come into their platforms. I believe once some big studios come into their platforms, that's going to be a game changer for Skillz. I want to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool Stock Advisor services, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done amazing returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit fool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the stock advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now onto today's video. And little by little, we continue to see a little bit more studios coming in here and kind of making their games on their platform. So again, this is very speculative play for me. It might not be for you, but for me, even a small position like I have right now, if this grows and kind of moves the direction I want it to move, it can be a big winner in my portfolio. So that's why I call it a speculative play. And it's, again, right, some people might say, hey, Jose, even with speculative plays, you can kind of enter a little bit later once you have a little bit more data behind it, and then kind of add on there. You don't have to always enter at the beginning, and that's true. And all I have to say is you just have to understand your own portfolio sizing or position sizing, right? Like I said, this is very speculative play. So for me, I opened up with a very small position and keeping it at that until something else changes. But again, that doesn't mean I'm bearish in the company. It just tells me, hey, Jose, you understand your risk. So I want to take a quick look at a recent news that happened with Skillz on August 19th of 2021. There's the Blockbuster studio. They are, I forget what it's called, Intermax, one of the largest game developers in Latin America, is going to be creating a new game exclusively on Skillz platform. So one of their biggest platforms, or one of their biggest franchise, is Trivia Crack. It's just like a trivia game. And I think this is actually pretty cool, right? Because this trivia game is a global phenomenon, available in more than 180 countries, 34 languages, and has more than 150 million active users. Now imagine you don't have to go somewhere to kind of play trivia matches and kind of win money. Now you can just, once this game kind of finishes, you'll be able to download the game and kind of be playing trivia games for some form of prize money. Obviously, you have to enter. And at the moment, I don't believe they mention when the game will go live. They're just still in the development phases. Pretty interesting for sure. I do believe this is probably going to be one of Skillz' best games out there. I know a lot of people are talking that, hey, right now, the only games in Skillz are things like Bingo. Let's go to their overall website real quick. It's like Bingo, some just traditional games, right? Nothing too insane. We do have the NFL game that will eventually be coming out in the next 2 quarters or so. They also have big buck hunters, but most of them are like solitaire, Bingo, Pool, Payday, Dominoes. Nothing too crazy. So I do believe this game, once it comes out, it'll probably be one of the best games Skillz has in their platform, just because of the overall concept. I feel like a lot of people are going to go with the trivia. And we can see Andrew Paradise, which is the CEO and founder of Skillz, says that Trivia Crack has the potential to be one of the most popular competitive trivia games of their time, reaching new audience and generations players worldwide by adding even more fun to Skillz' growing arsenal of games. And like I mentioned, right, I do believe this has a huge potential. Still not the massive game I want, right? Like I said, this is a company that I'm invested for the long term and where this company can go in the future. At the moment, I have no intentions of selling my shares of Skillz. At the same time, I have no intentions of buying because I already have my position sizing. But let's say I didn't have it. Let's say right now, we can see obviously stock price has jumped up over 25%. So volatility is going to be here in the market. Volatility can work both ways. Stock prices can go down. This is a stock that, hey, at these levels, if I didn't have a position, I wouldn't mind adding, but I understand high volatility. I understand high risk towards it, so I limit my position sizing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.